he's been really hard. He's someone who invested in this government. He's someone who put his money, his time, his energy, and just the way he was treated and kicked out of government and ceremoniously, it shows a lot of deceit. And I think even from yesterday, where he sat, we saw him getting in, he had muddy shoes, there was no red carpet for him. I also had muddy shoes. Like I was told, don't step on the carpet. So I told them, me, I'm used to walking barefoot. I grew up without shoes. So basically telling me not to step on the red carpet is not a thing for me. It's not something that you can bully me with. What I can say is that our people, they do not come out to the streets to fight. You will not see them throwing stones. You will not see them burning things. But the way they receive you, they speak their hearts. And Embu spoke for Mount Kenya. And there's no Mount Kenya east or west. The mountain is united. The mountain has spoken solidly. And it has said that it is tired and it is hurt.
But so many, events turn around. Kenyans were divided. We see the reception of, former Deputy President Gachagua entering and leaving. At times when he was mentioned, we could see the ground is not shaked. What can you say about yesterday event at Embu?
I think what I can say is that, first of all, I also had muddy shoes. Like I was told, don't step on the carpet. So I told them, me, I'm used to walking barefoot. I grew up without shoes. So basically telling me not to step on the red carpet is not a thing for me. It's not something that you can bully me with. And that was just off the cuff remark, just a joke. What I can say is that our people, they do not come out to the streets to fight. You will not see them throwing stones. You will not see them burning things. But the way they receive you, they speak their hearts. And Embu spoke for Mount Kenya. And there's no Mount Kenya east or west or whatever it is that, the people who are planning politics of succession in 2027 were trying to do to divide Mount Kenya votes. The mountain is united. The mountain has spoken solidly. And it has said that it is tired and it is hurt by what the Kenya Kwanza government, which is a government that I am in, is doing things, and how they're, just the major issues like healthcare, education. I have been talking to a couple of university students. The funding model is a mess. A lot of students, they have not received any monies. They're supposed to sit exams. Lecturers have been on strike since I don't know when. SHA and SHIF is not working. People don't even know. We're just in a mess, and we promised people that we will deliver the plan. And this is no longer the plan. And if it is the plan, I don't know which plan, because this is not the plan that the Kenya Kwanza government promised the people of Kenya.
There's an incident whereby it shocked so many Kenyans. Former Deputy President was sitting with Mwananchi, ordinary Mwananchi. Was that a fair treatment? Was this the best option maybe they could give him?
I think it's, our politics are very volatile, And I think also, from a personal perspective, he's been really hard. He's someone who invested in this government. He's someone who put his money, his time, his energy, and just the way he was treated and kicked out of government and ceremoniously, it shows a lot of deceit. And I think even from yesterday, where he sat, we saw him getting in, he had muddy shoes, there was no red carpet for him. Really, I think power is transient. So, and it's good that I learned from him to take it easy, because we will not be in this seat forever. So that is also a learning point for the people who are in power right now, that this seat, you will not be in them forever. So please, when you're there, just be kind, be considerate. If people have supported you, just return that kindness, because at the end of the day, you will be former at some point. And it is the fact of the matter. Yes.
Kuna ile moment ambayo Wakenya wameizungumzia sana. Tuliona former president Uhuru Kenyatta akisalimiana na His Excellency William Samoei Ruto as well. Tuliona pia deputy president Kithure Kindiki akisalimiana na former president Uhuru Kenyatta. Kuna watu ambao wanasema maybe imefanywa tu kwa PR. Kuna watu ambao wamesema it's for the public, for the Kenyans to see that they're working together. As a leader, kwa kumeiona vipi?
I think it would have been very rude for the former president to just sit near Professor Kithure Kindiki and the president and fail to greet them. I mean, even when I get into any function and I meet people who are sat next to me, the first thing I do is I say hello to them. So Kenyans should not read so much into that. Uhuru Kenyatta said he's a long-term friend of the bishop. So I think these are just simple things. They're just gestures that normal people do every day. You've met me, I've met you, I've said hello to you. So it's just common courtesy. Nothing much should be read into that. Let's not put words into people's mouths unless they come out and speak for themselves, or we see now from actions like we're seeing from Baba that he's in government now.
Lastly, as we wind up this, there's been a rise of femicide, abduction in the country.
Thank you for asking that, because I'm actually supposed to be issuing my statement on Tuesday in regard to that. And I feel that our security agencies are failing Kenyans. They're failing young women, they're failing our mothers, they're failing our youths, young men, because the legislation is there in place. But then you find this is a third time, second time offender who managed to get away in the first instance, because they take these things so casually. You go to report a GBV matter at the police station, they take it as if it is a norm. We've normalized abduction, we've normalized GBV issues, and we should rethink the way forward as a nation, because I believe the president at this point should be speaking at the matter as a national crisis that requires and demands attention. Yes.
What do you suggest? Given a chance today to advise His Excellency on the head of security in the country?
I think what I would say is that we have a focus that is a roundtable discussion. All agencies, the judiciary has to come on board. The Office of the Prosecution, who's the DPP, has to come on board. Our police officers have to be involved, that is Ministry of Interior. And also, as leaders at the local grassroots level, we have to be involved. So I think this is something that one entity cannot do by themselves. So what I would advise the president is, right now, if I were him, I'd be forming a task force to have a roundtable discussion on the way forward, because this is a national crisis.
National crisis. Thank you so much for your time. Did you saw Ahmed Nasser's tweet?
Oh yeah, I saw it, and I mean, like what I've said, you had the people of Embu, and Embu purportedly is supposed to be Mount Kenya East, So, and like I've said, our people, they do not go to the streets, but when they love you, you will hear it from them. When they are done with you, you will hear their silence. And even silence is loud, it speaks louder than words.
Is Mount Kenya divided?
Mount Kenya is not divided. Even in the last election, you remember the former president had his candidate. The people of Mount Kenya, for a very peculiar reason, and I think because of the past experiences during the Matiba Kibaki time, and Moi, that time when they managed to divide the votes, I think they've learned, even when leaders are divided, the people of Mount Kenya vote solidly as a bloc. And I know that we'll be voting that in the direction we'll be taking in 2027.
Which direction?
No, I have just said in the direction we'll be taking. So I think we wait.
There'll be a new political party.
No, we wait and see. We wait and see, because I feel as a region, we need a party. We need a regional party, because that is how politics is played, unfortunately, in Kenya. And you see, even in the oldest democracies like the US, you have democratic strongholds, you have Republican strongholds. So it is a tenet of democracy, it is a tenet of politics. So we cannot shy away from the fact Mount Kenya has learned hard lessons from the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. We definitely will be having a party for the region.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
A message to Christmas to your family, your friends from Kirinyaga.
I really want